Class 12 biology. Okay, so again, let's begin.
Unstable.
No, stable.
Actually, দেখা
No, I know, I saw. Okay, now you see.
Guitar.
See the guitar. Wait, hold on.
আমি আমার থেকে ওয়াইফাই অফ করে দিলাম
Check. Okay, so now how much I told in the up to the previous video? Please rewind me. I was talking about what?
Tumor.
No.
টিউমার সেলস টেল লেটার
Tumor. Natural killer cells are the type of cells which kills. You know,
Natural assassins.
natural assassins. Yeah, you can remember like that. So they are also a type of immune cells. So yeah. I hope you অনেকগুলো জিনিসই বলছি. In the last class I told you about specific. Did I tell you specific and non-specific immunity?
No.
Specific immunity is this. Specific antigen binding immunoglobulin will be produced
মেমোরি সেলস আর
through memory cells, that is specific. And non-specific is that cilia, physical barrier, physiological barrier, cell-mediated immunity, or cell-mediated immunity. T cytotoxic cell kills doesn't bother about what type of organism has attacked. If it cell sees that a cell is infected, it kills the cell by releasing chemicals. Now, one thing you should remember, that there is passive immunity, there is active immunity. This also I told you. Passive immunity, which you get from outside, antibodies if injected outside, like a baby getting immunoglobulin, I think M from the mother's milk, and in the tears there are immunoglobulin E.
Tears?
Tear immunoglobulin thake. In tears there is immunoglobulin. Okay. In sweat also there is immunoglobulin, if I am not mistaken. Okay. So all these things are there, but that is not passive. Passive is if immunoglobulin or antibody is injected from outside. A baby getting immunoglobulin from the mother's milk, that is passive. And active is produced in your body. And acquired immunity is already you are immune. Acquired immunity, this active immunity or the
passive immunity, right? Active.
Yeah, acquired should be passive. Right?
acquired should be passive. No. Acquired is you have got exposed to microorganisms.
Oh yeah.
And you got exposed to microorganisms, and your immunoglobulins are active against those microorganisms. Understood? That is acquired immunity. So yeah, I hope that you have understood up to this much. Now you see, I would like to talk about a specific type of cells known as mast cells. Okay, I told you I'll discuss about vaccination, but before that let me discuss about allergy. Mast cells, M-A-S-T, mast cells. Mast cells are a type of immune cells which releases chemicals like histamine, serotonin, which triggers immune response. Are you getting my point? Which triggers what?
Immune system.
Immune response, not immune system, immune response. Immune system is the system of the cells and organs, everything. Of white blood cells, spleen, thymus, where they are getting differentiated. This is immune system. Immune response is what I told. When a bacteria enters or a virus enters, how it responds, or a toxin enters, how it responds, that is immune response. Mast cells releases what I said, serotonin and histamine. Basophils also releases histamine to trigger the immune response. Mast cells also do that, MAST. And this trigger makes the immune cell very active, that work fast. Are you getting my point? Now what happens is that sometimes, look, in general what happens, let me tell you. Mast cell mein there is receptor for immunoglobulin E. There is receptor for immunoglobulin E. Immunoglobulin E binds, suppose this is the mast cell, immunoglobulin is like this structure, immunoglobulin E can bind like this to the mast cells. Now imagine a cell, 3-4 immunoglobulins are bound in the cell surface. Okay. Allergens are those antigens which can create allergy in you. Now, allergic reaction is very much genetic. I am not allergic to anything. I don't have any drug allergy. I don't have any kind of allergy. Nor dust allergy, nothing. Okay, up till now. Now, I cannot say that I don't have any kind of allergy because I have not exposed my body to all the type of antigens in the world.
Yep.
But up till this point of my life, okay, up to I am 18 years old. Up to 18 years of this life, okay, fine, 26.
31.
Okay, fine, 31.
46.
Okay, fine, up no, 46, how can I say? 31 years of this life, 32 years actually, I have passed my birthday just.
Yeah.
32 years of my life, I have not experienced any allergy. People who experience allergy, बैंगन से allergy, अंडे का egg white से allergy, yeah. Allergy is there.
Dust allergy.
Dust allergy. What happens? This is pretty much genetic. What happens is, you will see in your history, in your family also,
Yeah, my
people.
mom.
Yes. What happens is, when the allergen enters, allergen means the antigen which will cause you allergy. When the allergen will enter, that mast cell में जो cross ये है ना antibody bind करके है ना, वो एंटीबॉडी सोचो ये मास्ट सेल है, दो एंटीबॉडी ऐसे बाइंड करके है, उसके बीच में क्या एलर्जेन लग जाता है, creates cross linking between the bound immunoglobulins to the mast cells, which triggers the mast cells to release excess amount of histamine and serotonin, and hence your immune system works vigorously against that. That is why you get those manifestations like itching, reddening, coughing, sneezing, this kind of things, because the mast cells have released those chemicals which makes your immune system, specific and non-specific both, to work very vigorously. Are you getting my point? So that is the entire thing about allergy. You see, allergy will be less when at small you will be exposed to maximum types of in cities there is dust allergy to most of the young people. Why? কারণ ছোটবেলায় মা বাবা কোলে করে এই কোনো রকমের, because in cities they remain in what to say,
Closed environment.
a closed environment. Yes, exactly, closed environment. So they get allergy very easily. This may be a reason.
Also
See,
pollution.
Also excess pollution, because closed environment, এক তো closed environment এ থাকে, তার মধ্যে বাইরে বেরোলে excess পায়, excess antigens থাকে, তো allergen হিসাবে ওরা কাজ করে, they work as allergen. Now I would like to also add whose immune system is very strong, whose is very weak. You will see a kid who is growing up, if their parents keep them always inside the home, treating them always with aquaguard water, giving them always heated food, and never ever a kid has been যারা বাইরে খেলতে, আমি যেমন ছোট ছিলাম, when I was a kid, I used to go and play in the mud. Are you getting my point? Yes. Doing this may get you some infections, but your immune system will be recognizing more and more number of antigens. This is not only good that you will think that okay, it's good, then B memory cells, lots of B memory cells will be there for the specific types of antigens, and lots of antibodies will be there in my body. Not only that, your immune system also is practiced with immune response or the control of the immune response very well. কারণ ছোট থেকে your immune system gets very from small exposed, and your immune system gets that practice of getting evoking the response. Okay, so your immune system is very good if you get yourselves exposed towards antigens. If you don't get exposed towards antigens, then your immune system will be little bit down. However, immune system may be down due to nutritional thing also. People living in slum and those places, they don't get good nutrition, and if you don't get nutrition, none of the cells will work properly, right? So immune cells also differentiation hi hobe na thik kore. I told you about a disease SCID in the chapter biotechnology, severe combined immunodeficiency, if you have seen the videos. But from me you will not learn. Because school teacher are better. Skid is a severe. Who is texting?
Some update and some I don't know messages, I guess.
Let it be. What I was saying?
Skid.
Skid. In skid, what happens? Severe combined immune deficiency. আরে ওর লিম্ফোসাইট থেকে ও লিম্ফোসাইট ডিফারেন্সিয়েটই করে না, ওর লিম্ফোসাইট ডিফারেন্সিয়েটই করে না, কারণ কি ওর কি জেনেটিক ডিজিজ, ওর জিন্সের মধ্যে প্রবলেম। ओके, लिम्फोसाइट्स प्रोड्यूस হয়, लिम्फोसाइट्स प्रोड्यूस होता है, ठीक है, जीन्स में ये प्रॉब्लम है, लेकिन डिफरेंशिएट नहीं करता है फ्रॉम द थाइमस, फ्रॉम द स्प्लीन। डिफरेंशिएट नहीं करेगा तो डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ मास्ट सेल्स, एनकेसी, नेचुरल किलर सेल्स, टी साइटोटॉक्सिक सेल्स, टी हेल्पर सेल्स, बी प्लाज्मा सेल्स, बी मेमोरी सेल्स प्रोड्यूस ही হবে না, তো ইমিউন সিস্টেম থাকবেই না। This disease was the first case, Aisha Chaudhary was the first 1990 which have skid. Skid can happen to a child out of one, I think 1 lakh child, one child can have skid.
1 out of 1 lakh.
1 out of 1 lakh. It is very rare. So, Aisha Chaudhary in 1992 was treated with gene editing, gene therapy we say. Okay. However, gene therapy or gene editing must be done at the zygotic stage, because at the bigger stages if they do, lymphocytes क्या किया था, उसका पापा का लिया था बोन मैरो, ठीक है, वो इसमें दे दिया, इंजेक्ट किया, और जो बोन मैरो, पापा का बोन मैरो लिया, पापा का बोन मैरो में ये दे दिया, वो जो जीन जो डिफेक्टिव था, ठीक है, उसको काट के निकाल के बायोटेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल करके उसमें सही जीन बैठा दिया और उसके अंदर इंजेक्ट कर दिया, ताकि डिफरेंशिएट हो, क्योंकि वो जीन रहेगा तभी डिफरेंशिएट होगा, लिम्फोसाइट में वो जीन रहेगा तभी जाके डिफरेंशिएट होगा। लेकिन फिर भी लिम्फोसाइट तो पापा का बोन मैरो दिया, तो वहाँ से जब लिम्फोसाइट पैदा हो रहा है तब तो ठीक है, बाद में जब लिम्फोसाइट पैदा हो रहा है फिर ऑटोमेटिकली दैट जीन गेट सप्रेस्ड। अगर जाइगोटिक कंडीशन में करता तब ठीक हो जाता है। That's why they say gene therapy must be done in the zygotic conditions. Are you getting my point? It's understood now. So these things are there. Okay. So as I was saying, I am telling a wide range of things. Are you being able to understand? And this is just a like a GK class, knowledge game.
But it's interesting.
But it's interesting. Good. Now you see, I told you I will talk about vaccine little bit. There is very little portion about vaccine and immunization. वैक्सीन इज व्हाट? आर्टिफिशियल इम्यूनाइजेशन, आर्टिफिशियली एटीन्यूएटेड वायरस या बैक्टीरिया देते हैं। जब हाफ किल्ड बैक्टीरिया और वायरस दिया जाता है, राइट और रॉन्ग, दैट इज नोन एज फर्स्ट जनरेशन वैक्सीन। फर्स्ट जनरेशन वैक्सीन इज गिवन अगेंस्ट लॉट ऑफ इबोला, दिस दैट, ओके, लॉट ऑफ डिजीजेस, polio, first generation vaccine. Then there is another which is known as second generation vaccine, in which only the structure of the virus is put inside, okay, loaded with on some another virus or another bacteria, load करके दे देता है। Are you getting my point? That is second generation.
One acts as a carrier.
One acts as a carrier, the other takes it, because they are not live, they are completely dead. Okay. And third generation vaccine, which if coronavirus vaccine is possible, it is possible through third generation vaccine. If even possible, it is possible through third generation vaccine. Third generation vaccine is just injecting the virus gene.
Directly the virus?
The virus gene, only the gene. Only the virus RNA. Inject it, okay, and it will be converted into DNA. In the cell it will go and it will create viruses, and then the body will understand this is foreign. This is third generation vaccine. So understood what is vaccine and what is first generation, second generation, third generation vaccine. Why is vaccine making against COVID-19 or the disease coronavirus is very tough? Because first of all, coronavirus is a retrovirus. It is an RNA virus. Okay, it's not a DNA virus. It uses an enzyme, reverse transcriptase, which converts the RNA into DNA, and then the DNA gets integrated into the host genome and gets translated from there. Transcribed and translated from there to create the viruses. That is that. Now, this type of viruses, retroviruses are there. This type of viruses, they continuously have a tendency
To change the structure.
yes, when outside they will change their structure, because they have multiple life cycles in different organisms. Okay, so that's why vaccine making against them, you don't have a vaccine against influenza, do you?
No.
You don't have. But why don't you consider influenza so much deadly? Because it doesn't kill you, right? COVID-19 kills you, but it's the same like influenza. Same manifestation, see, cough, this, fever, that. So I hope that you have understood about vaccination and a little bit about coronavirus. And if you have to create a vaccine against coronavirus, it has to be a third generation vaccine. Okay, now vaccination creation is not so easy. No vaccine is 100%. First vaccine is prepared, it is trialed on some volunteers, then on some more volunteers, then on some more volunteers, then on more volunteers. And after that, if the result are seen that okay, fine, there is first phase, second phase, third phase. After that, it is put into production. Again, some more volunteers. Again, some more 50,000, 1 lakh volunteers. After that, it is left to the entire world. Not only that, there is vaccine politics all over the world. Okay, whenever this vaccine has been created, it has been seen that in the country where it has been created, the country locks the vaccine at first to cure its own people first. Then there are a lot of politics that which country will extract it, how much cost, and many things are there. Those are ethical things. I'll not go into that details. But people who will say right now, अरे कोरोना वायरस का वैक्सीन तो निकल जाएगा दिसंबर में, तो हाथ जोड़ करके बोलना भाई आप भक्त हो, बीजेपी को मैं ऐसे भी वोट दूंगा वैसे भी वोट दूंगा, चुप रहो. We know about vaccines. Okay, it's not so easy to create a vaccine against coronavirus. If it's, I'm not saying it is not possible. If it becomes possible, then fine.
It takes time.
But it will take a lot of time. Don't think that during the end of 2021 you may get a vaccine. It will take another year.
End of 2021?
Yes, it will take another year. It's not so easy.
Okay.
It is not so easy. Anyway, I hope you have understood what is vaccination, immunization, all these things. You have understood allergy. And what else is there? I hope you understood cell-mediated immunity, humoral immunity, active immunity, passive immunity. All these things you have understood. And structure of immunoglobulin you have understood. Okay. One thing I would like to tell you, interferons. No, new topic, interferons. What are interferons? Now you see, when I talk about interferons, interferons are chemicals which are released by virus infected cells. Suppose a cell is there, virus infects that cell. The cell will start releasing interferon so that it can stop the virus replication and protect the other cells from virus infection. That is the truth of interferons. Are you getting my point? You see, histamine, serotonin, interferon, these are all the chemicals which are released by immune cells or normal cells to trigger immune system. Interferon is also like that. Interferons blocks, अरे तुम interferon release हो गया तो interferon blocks, अरे मैं जिस सेल से release हो रहा हूँ उस सेल को तो बंद करो, grow करना पहले, नहीं तो वायरस फैलेगा. And also blocks the other cell from getting infected from the virus. Are you getting my point? Is this understood? Okay. So mast cells, allergy, you have understood. If I say what are the organs of the immune system, what should you say? Lymph and spleen, isn't it? Then tissues, bone marrow is involved. Yes or no? To produce the lymphocytes.
Yellow point.
Some little bit more details are there in your NCERT. I'll talk about them. But before that, I'd like to talk about an interesting thing today. Do you know what is cancer? If I ask you what is cancer, let me talk about cancer a little bit. What is cancer? Can you tell me what is cancer? Uncontrolled cell division is known as cancer. Simple. Why it occurs? It may occur genetically or it may occur due to carcinogens. Physical carcinogens, chemical carcinogens. मोमो चाउमीन जो दुकान में खाते हो, एक ठो कुमड़ा का चटनी देता है ना, लाल लाल.
वो कुमड़ा का होता है.
हाँ.
That's Halloween.
झालवन.
No, मिष्टी one.
I haven't tried that.
लाल कलर है.
कौन दो मिष्टी दे सर?
मिष्टी चटनी.
No,
सॉस. कुमड़ा का मिष्टी सॉस एक देता है ना, लाल वाला.
पता नहीं कुमड़ा, हमने कभी सॉस लिया नहीं.
Good. Don't take that. That has carcinogen.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
That has carcinogen.
Okay.
Cancer, carcinogen means cancer inducing agents. Carcinogens. Cancer inducing agents known as carcinogens. These are carcinogens. Cancer inducing agents.
But how?
X-rays can be carcinogens. You know, I will tell you
Cancer can
first.
actually be caused from anything.
UV rays, X-rays, these are also carcinogens. Now, first understand what is cancer, okay? Uncontrolled cell division. Now, division of cells, who controls it? From the chromosomes. That how much I will divide, what will be my rate of division, how much I will divide. This is controlled from the chromosome. Do you know this control comes from both mother and father? Suppose you have 46 sets of chromosomes. Listen this very carefully. 46, 1 set, 2 set, 3 set. First, suppose in the first set, if the chromosome number 1 is from the father, it is controlling that type of cell. That देखो different types of cell है हमारे body में. Liver cells, blood cells, this cell, that cell, different types of cells है. एक particular type of cell को ले लो. क्या को ले लो? एक particular type of cell को ले लो. सोचो WBC. WBC कितना डिवाइड करेगा, कितना प्रोड्यूस होगा?